Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the EBR-90. It's the Tier 9 French abomination. It's located on the assault team on Karelia Assault and is being driven by the Bassman from Hell. Yes, he's back in the EBR-90. We'll forgive him. He'll have to do his penance though. You don't play these things unless you, of course, you say plenty of Hail Marys afterwards. And he's been, well, I think he saw the enemy, but I don't think the enemy saw him just yet. Okay, EBR-90, it's a French light wheeled vehicle. Counts as a light tank, but in actual fact, no, it's just a reconnaissance vehicle. Now, they only produced 28 of these, and they made them in 1963 for the Portuguese. They were using them in the colonial war they had out in Angola and Mozambique. In fact, it was mainly in Angola. It's actually a variation of the standard 1951 version of the EBR, which actually had a 75mm gun, which is in the game. It's the Tier 8 wheeled vehicle. It's actually, this one is slightly better than the, well, it is slightly better because obviously it's got a 90mm gun, 240 Alpha, and it'll go through, what's it, 157mm of armour with standard rounds. He's been spotted. Actually, it's 185mm, and it's also got fairly good HE rounds, which should do 320 and only go through 75mm. He's not carrying any premium ammo whatsoever, but he has been spotted again, and I think that's the guy who did it. It was the T49, so he's going to have to get rid of this guy, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. Gets one round in. Oh, he rams him to death on that one. He did take some damage, 95 hit points, but it's worth it just to get the ram kill and get the guy out of his hair. Now he needs to get into a position where he's safe. Okay, this looks good. 7.11 seconds is the reload that the Bassman's got, but the actual reload I've got by the book is 7.8. So he's actually shaved a little bit off. Oh no! Thank goodness that it has the self-righting system. If he'd been a tank, I think that would have been the end of his game, or at least he would have spotted for a brief period of time, and then somebody would have found him and killed him. But yes, because these tanks or these vehicles get an unfair advantage, they can self-right. And he's now looking at a P-44 Pantera, puts a round into him, a low roll. He did get spotted, so he's having to pull back. Now, I think Bassman's proving in this game that you don't need to go YOLO all the time and zoom around the battlefield until eventually you get blown out of existence. Now, he's saying that effectively these things can be a little more stealthy. Gets another shot in, but he was seen and yet again has to pull back. Using Quickie Baby's ramp. I say Quickie Baby's ramp, but it doesn't actually belong to him, but he was the one who used it so often on assault vehicles and then assault games, and then highlighted those on his Twitch stream so that other people could do the same. He also did the same on the Sand River map, and another ramp on that has actually became known as Quickie Baby's ramp, because every time he'd go and play there, most of the time in a CDC, which is a pretty crappy tank to be honest, because it's got no armour and was actually originally designed as a tank destroyer. And say these things were actually originally armoured reconnaissance vehicles, but they were quite useful in places like Namibia, because of course although it's rough terrain, it's not rough terrain that it needs tracks. You can get about quite quickly in the bush, and of course Angola has got plenty of desert and bush to play in. Tried to get the kill shot on the Star 2, didn't get it, but he'll try again. He's certainly picked up, oh, he got it! He's certainly picked up a lot of spotting already, 3,165. There's one enemy Arty who's probably in here somewhere. Where are you? Come out, wherever you are. Oh, there he is! He's been found, and he put a round into the M53, M55. Is he going to stick? He's going to stick around here as well. Char Future 4 takes a round. The Arty's gone. Remember, this is a 10-minute battle. You have to win the cap or kill all the enemy vehicles, and the Bisonte's interested in him now. So he needs to move forward and get away from these guys. He's gone into speed mode, or cruise mode I think they call it. Puts another round into the Char Future, but he takes a round in return, and now he's going to finish the guy off. Go for it. I don't know why he's not firing, unless of course, oh, his wheels were screwed, but he's fixed them now, and was able to get the round in to kill. There's only 3 enemies left, no, 2 enemies left now, and there's only 4 minutes left on the clock, 4 minutes 15, so I think they got this one in the bag, and it's now just up to Bassman to get as much damage as he can. There's a Yag Tiger just over there. He's got a shot. Puts one in. Can he get a shot on the Bisonte before the end of the game? I hope so. Be quite nice, because that guy was threatening to come around the corner and shoot him. He's going to fire one into his rear. Yep, 217. He might be able to shoot an HE round into his rear. He doesn't have a lot of armor on the rear, and if you're hitting the engine deck, you might be able to get pens. Well, he puts another one into the Bisonte, 268, another high roll. I think the Bisonte is about to meet the defender. He's not going to be too happy when he does. Oh, kill shot went to the Bassman, and that is the end of the game. Nicely done. I think you all know how much I hate these vehicles, but this is a very good game because it was an ace tanker for the Bassman from Hell in the Panhard EBR 90. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. He got a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy vehicles whilst they were damaged, and he did get the first spot on at least 9 enemy vehicles. In fact, it was 10 in total, and that gave him a scout medal. And this is what we call the Holy Trinity with an ace tanker. Yes, because if you can get a spotter, a patrol duty and a scout, it means you've done your job very effectively for your team, allowed them to get good damage on the enemy, a lot of damage on the enemy, and win the battle. His win rate from that game was 8,344, which is very, very high super unicum. Very well played indeed. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he stands. Well, we can see on this one, he did actually get the highest damage in the game, but no high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. He got 2,828 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was that Char Future 4 that he killed. 2,716 went to him. And the third highest damage in the game was actually the T26E4 Super Pershing with 2,134. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those as well. He had 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Pershing, to the Batchat 25T AP, the Defender, and the Leopard prototype. And when it came to base XP, he's got the top in that one as well. Top in all 3 columns. 1,477 went to the Bassman. 1,005 went to the Lerva, who also picked up a steel wall. And 996 went to the Super Pershing. The Skoda T56 picked up a Spartan. And the Arty on our team got a Confederate as well. Bassman fired 18 rounds in the game, got 16 direct hits and 14 penetrations, damage of 2,828 hit points, of which 329 were at more than 300 meters. So most of the damage was done at close range in a tank that really doesn't have a lot of armor, but it still has those Stellanium wheels which seem to protect it, and he did get hit in the wheels by the Char Future 4 and still survived. 2 hits received from the enemy, both penetrations, both from the Char Future 4. 10 enemy vehicles were spotted, 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 killed, and 4,943 hit points of spotting assist, and I think that's what helped him get the ace tanker in combination with his damage. On a premium count, he earned 65,553 credits, and after repair, ammunition, respawn, consumables, took away a profit of 31,591 credits. 2,215 XP, times 4 in the first victory this time, 8,862 experience points altogether. I still think these things should be consigned to the dustbin. If ever one of these came up for sale and I had the money, I'd buy it just to crush it. Yes, that's how much I hate them. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And do remember, we've got a sister channel called The General, where you can see replays without any commentary whatsoever. They are on Virgin clients, so there's no mod distraction, anything like that. Just exactly what the players saw when he played it and when he won all his medals. And if you enjoyed this game, thank you for watching.